This is section 28 from Caesar's de Bello Gallico, book 5. And in this, Ambiorix has just finished discussing with the Roman troops or the Roman emissaries his plan to get them out of out of their winter quarters before the Gallic revolt begins. And of course, this is a trap. And so in 28 here, Arpinus and Junius uh, brought the things which they heard to the legates. So deferent here is the main verb, and the direct object is the substantive qua here. So they deferent the things which, and then that of course is the relative pronoun as well. And here the syncopated audi we runt. And deferent of course is present tense. So they bring the things which they heard to the legates. They, disturbed or perturbed by the sudden situation, repentina re, although these things were being told to them, were being said by an enemy, nevertheless, they thought, and then this is negligenda esse, that they must not be neglected. So we have the gerundive here in the passive periphrastic, and so they must not be neglected, must not be ignored. And they were very greatly, maxime, they were very greatly moved by this situation because a state, ignoble and low, humble and low, maybe we could say, of the Eburones, of their own accord, to the Roman people, dared to make war, barely, and then now finally we have the main verb, erat credendum. So, because it barely had to be believed, is the literal translation there. It barely had to be believed that this civitatem of the Eburones, this ignobilem and humilem civitatem of the Eburones, dared to make war on the Roman people of their own accord. And so they bring the situation to the council. And a great controversia arises among them. Lucius Aurunculeius, remember this is Cotta, and several tribunes of the soldiers and the centurions of the first ranks. And then we have our main verb down here. They were thinking, or they thought, that nothing, and here we have another passive periphrastic with esse ellipted here. So they thought that nothing must be done, and temere means rashly or hastily. And now again, we have another passive periphrastic construction here, but it's going to sound a little odd. So they thought that it must not be departed from the winter quarters without the order of Caesar. So in usu Caesaris means without the order of Caesar. So of course this is passive periphrastic, right? So it must not be departed. But boy, does that sound odd in English. So we can flip it around and we can say that they thought that they must not depart from the winter quarters by the without the order of Caesar.